the new Dodge Charger. Once you've looked, you're hooked.
Introducing Dodge Charger for 76.
The all-new 79 Mustang from Ford. Dramatic sports car styling.
If you ask someone what their favorite car from the 1970s was, the answers will vary. Some will rave about their best experience with the Ford Mustang II King Cobra, while others might reminisce about the Oldsmobile 442. But for many, these cars were not just a missed opportunity, they were a nightmare on wheels. Did these vehicles represent the height of automotive design, or were they simply overpriced blunders? Join us as we explore 10 cool cars of the 1970s that were actually ugly. The 1978 Ford Mustang II King Cobra was intended to be a flashy, high-performance vehicle, but it missed the mark in several ways. Despite its bold graphics and aggressive look, it often faced criticism for its lack of real power. The 302 cubic inch V8 engine only produced 139 horsepower, which was disappointing when compared to other muscle cars of the time. This lack of performance made it less attractive to car enthusiasts who had higher expectations for a Mustang. In terms of design, the King Cobra featured a large reverse-facing hood scoop and extensive pinstriping, which many considered gaudy and excessive. The car's proportions were awkward, with a short, stubby body that failed to capture the sleek lines of earlier Mustangs. Additionally, the interior was often criticized for its cheap materials and lack of refinement, adding to the overall disappointment of this model. After the 1978 Ford Mustang II King Cobra's disappointing performance and design, could another classic name from the era fare better? Let's explore the 1978 Dodge Challenger and see how it compares.
Introducing a brand new GT import from Dodge. It's called Challenger. 5-speed, aluminum wheels, radials, 2 consoles, tilt wheel.
The 1978 Dodge Challenger fell short of its powerful predecessors, leaving many car fans disappointed. Unlike the earlier models, known for their muscle and performance, the 1978 version was based on the Mitsubishi Galant Lambda. It featured a modest 2.6-liter inline-4 engine that produced only 105 horsepower, a significant drop in power that made it less appealing compared to other muscle cars of the time. The 1978 Challenger lacked the bold, aggressive styling that defined earlier versions. Its proportions were awkward, with a long hood and a short rear deck that failed to capture the classic muscle car look. The interior was also a disappointment, featuring cheap materials and a simplistic design that did not meet the expectations set by previous models. The 1978 Dodge Challenger disappointed fans with its underwhelming performance. What about the 1975 Dodge Charger Daytona?
A different Charger than you've known by far.
Announcing the all-new luxurious Dodge Charger, Special Edition 75.
Let's explore if it managed to live up to the Charger legacy or fell flat. The 1975 Dodge Charger Daytona, unlike the iconic 1969 version that made waves in NASCAR, was just a rebranded Chrysler Cordoba. It failed to deliver the power and performance that fans had come to expect. The standard engine was a 318 cubic inch V8, which felt weak compared to the muscle cars of the previous decade. The car's two-tone stripe and decal package was often considered tacky and unappealing. Its boxy design lacked the sleek aerodynamic look that had defined earlier models. The heavy use of chrome and the large awkward bumpers further detracted from its appearance. In comparison to similar models, the 1975 Charger Daytona fell short in both style and performance, leaving many followers longing for the days when the Charger name represented something truly special. The 1975 Dodge Charger Daytona's disappointing performance raises the question, could the 1978 Oldsmobile 442 do any better? Let's explore.
Atlas Supreme Brome. You'll discover remarkable ease, comfort, and elegance. Supreme Brome at your Olds dealers, and you'll know a feeling of classic luxury.
The 1978 Oldsmobile 442 disappointed many muscle car fans. Unlike the powerful models that came before it, The 1978 version lacked the powerful standard the fans wanted. It was equipped with a 305 cubic inch V8 engine that produced only 145 horsepower, a significant downgrade from earlier versions known for their much higher power output. This reduction in performance made the 1978 442 less attractive to those who love the thrill of a true muscle car. In addition to its weak engine, the car had a boxy and uninspired design that failed to stand out on the road. Its styling was considered bland and unattractive, with large square headlights and a lack of aggressive lines, giving it the appearance of a family sedan rather than a performance vehicle. As a result, it struggled to compete with other muscle cars of the time, like the Pontiac Trans Am and Chevrolet Camaro, which offered a better driving experience and more appealing designs. If the 1978 Oldsmobile 442 fell short of muscle car expectations, how did the 1979 Ford Mustang measure up to its legacy? Let's explore next.
With a beautiful new breed of Mustangs from Ford. Mustang 2-door with its striking new aerodynamic line. Mustang 3-door with dramatic sports car styling and the spirit to take you where you want to go.
The 1979 Ford Mustang marked the start of the third generation, but it didn't go over well. One major problem was its lack of power. The base model had a 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine that delivered just 132 horsepower. Even the more powerful 5-liter V8, meant to be the highlight, only managed 140 horsepower. This was a noticeable drop from the muscle car standards that earlier Mustangs had set. The 1979 Mustang also moved away from the classic Mustang look. It used the new Fox platform, resulting in a boxier, less aggressive appearance. Although the long hood and short deck remained, the overall design was seen as dull and boring. Its square headlights and plain grille made it look more like an ordinary coupe rather than a sporty muscle car. When compared to its competitors, the 1979 Mustang failed to stand out. Cars like the Camaro and Pontiac Firebird offered more power and better styling, leaving the Mustang behind. The 1979 Ford Mustang struggled with its uninspired design and underwhelming performance. But did other classic cars fare better? Let's explore the 1970 Buick Riviera and find out if it offered a more compelling alternative. The 1970 Buick Riviera was a car that many found unattractive, despite its luxurious features. Its bulky, heavy appearance made it look less sleek than other cars of the time. The front end had a large, protruding grille and hidden headlights, which many people found odd and unappealing. While the Riviera came with a powerful 455 cubic inch V8 engine, its significant weight negatively impacted its agility and fuel efficiency. This made it less appealing to those seeking a nimble, economical ride. Additionally, the car's handling was often criticized for being too soft and unresponsive, which disappointed driving enthusiasts. Inside, the Riviera offered luxurious features such as walnut paneling and power seats. Despite these comforts, the car's overall lack of style and underwhelming performance led to its unpopularity. The 1970 Buick Riviera's bulky design and soft handling set it apart from the sleek cars of its time. Could the 1974 Pontiac GTO, with its own unique challenges, be an even greater departure from the classic muscle car ideal? Let's explore how this GTO redefined its legacy. The 1974 Pontiac GTO is often remembered as a letdown, largely due to its unappealing design. Unlike the earlier models, it was built on the compact Ventura platform, giving it a less aggressive appearance and making it resemble a regular sedan. This change did not go over well with fans who admired the bold, muscular look of previous GTOs. In terms of performance, the 1974 GTO was disappointing. It featured a 350 cubic inch V8 engine that delivered 200 horsepower, a noticeable downgrade from the powerful engines of its predecessors. The car's size and weight further hindered its performance, resulting in a slower, less exciting driving experience. Additionally, the handling lacked the sharpness that driving admirers had come to expect. The interior also drew criticism for being too plain and failing to match the sporty image associated with the GTO brand. The 1974 Pontiac GTO was a major letdown. But what about its sibling from the same era? Let's explore the 1970 Pontiac Tempest and see if it fared any better. The 1970 Pontiac Tempest was generally considered an unattractive car, despite its attempt to combine muscle and practicality. Its design played a significant role in its lack of popularity. The Tempest had a plain, mundane appearance, particularly when compared to its more famous sibling, the GTO. In terms of performance, the Tempest came with a 350 cubic inch V8 engine, but it lacked the power of other muscle cars from the era. This made it less thrilling to drive, particularly for those seeking high performance. Additionally, its handling was often criticized for being soft and not as responsive as other sporty models. These factors further reduced its appeal among driving enthusiasts, who preferred cars with a sharper, more dynamic driving experience. The 1970 Pontiac Tempest struggled to impress with its bland design. But what about the 1971 Ford Maverick Grabber? Let's explore whether this sporty variant fared any better, or if it too missed the mark.
A lot of intelligent people don't know much about mechanical things and don't care. For them, Ford designed Maverick to be trouble-free and easy to service.
The 1971 Ford Maverick Grabber was introduced as a sporty variant of the Maverick, but failed to deliver in many respects. Although it had a flashy exterior, the Grabber was mainly a trim package without any real performance enhancements. It featured bold stripes, a blackout grille, and simulated hood scoops, which served no functional purpose. The car's design was often viewed as unattractive, with awkward proportions and uninspired styling. Compared to other muscle cars of that era, the Maverick Grabber lacked power and excitement. Despite offering a V8 engine, its performance remained underwhelming. The car's handling and ride quality were also criticized, diminishing its appeal further. Additionally, the interior was basic and lacked the refinement that could be found in competing models. Was the 1971 Ford Maverick Grabber's lackluster performance a sign of a broader trend in disappointing cars of the era? Let's explore the 1973 Chevy Chevelle and find out.
I think it really looks elegant. But what I really like best about the new Chevelle Malibu Classic is driving it.
The 1973 Chevy Chevelle was often disliked for its new colonnade body style, which replaced the sleek, pillarless hardtop with a bulkier, more angular design. The shift was seen as a step back from the sporty look that had made earlier Chevelles popular. The front end, featuring large square headlights and an oversized grille, were considered unattractive and poorly proportioned. In terms of performance, the 1973 Chevelle was also disappointing. Stricter emissions regulations led to a replacement of the powerful engines with less impressive options. The base model came with a 250 cubic inch six-cylinder engine that produced only 100 horsepower, a significant drop from previous models. Even the optional V8 engines, ranging from 307 to 454 cubic inches, suffered from lower compression ratios and reduced power outputs. Moreover, the car's increased weight and size negatively affected its handling and fuel economy. While these 1970s cars may have been considered cool by some, their unique designs often miss the mark. Which of these vehicles do you think deserves a second look? If you enjoyed this trip through automotive history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.